You're good.
Hello and welcome. We are here live again on a Facebook live at location. Always run the camera. There is no Megan here today. She gave up the gauntlet, and I'm going to be doing a solo interview. And why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm one of the owners of Pistolnik Designs.
And I'm Alicia, and I'm the other co-owner of Pistolnik Designs as well.
So we have been very excited about coming here because not only does it play into my love for design, but it also, I feel like you guys are so creative in what you do. So why don't you give us a little background of what brought you here, specifically where are you located?
We're at the train station, so we're in the separate building just to the side.
Perfect.
In Stratford.
Oh, yes, in
Yes.
Stratford. So the address is 101 Shakespeare Street. We're what's known to the locals as the Freight Shed. So we're the building across the breezeway at 101 Shakespeare Street.
And it's amazing. We're going to get to that in a second. But what brought you here?
We had a dire need for space.
Okay.
We started the business in January in my basement. And
Little basement.
yeah, and so we were trying to do large pieces of furniture and also dodge ductwork, and it just was not working. So for quite a number of months we were looking, and we lucked out by contacting the girls from the pottery studio next door, Freight House Pottery, and they gave us the contact information for the rental place here, and we got the keys. Yeah, we got the keys in May.
Yes, beginning of May.
And we've been renovating for about 2 months.
And it looks amazing.
Thank you.
And if you would also like to see the space, you are having an event.
Yeah, we're having an open house this Saturday from 10 till 4.
Okay.
Freight House Pottery will have their space open as well, and we have other local artists that are joining us in both spaces.
So is it kind of like you can buy, like grab and go?
So
Okay.
the pottery studio will have their own pottery for sale, as well as Lausa Jewelry will be there, so she'll have
Nice.
pieces for sale. Here we'll have two artists, so Amanda Braun and Vicky Schofield. So they'll also have prints as well as originals for sale, and Brenda Radford from Radford Studios will have her original fine jewelry for sale, and we'll have pillows and furniture for sale too.
And we're
Amazing.
having the band girls as well. They'll have their fashions here. No.
Oh,
which is-
nice. Okay, so it's going to be like kind of just basically come out for the day and get whatever you want.
A bunch of different female entrepreneurs, and we're also just sort of trying to show off that this heritage building would also be a really cool place for other makers to come here and use the
Absolutely,
space as well.
absolutely. Well, it's just so eclectic and neat. I love it. You mentioned being a female entrepreneur. Did you always want to be a female entrepreneur, or did you just come upon it? Like, how did you get to be two strong female entrepreneurs?
I think we kind of stumbled on it. This was not the intention, I think, at the beginning. It was more of a hobby.
Yeah.
And then we both kind of realized that we just wanted to work for ourselves, and it was really nice to make our own decisions. Being your own boss is really, really difficult, though, because you have to make those calls and be accountable for things.
Yeah.
You are accountable for your success, but also for the opposite of. So, yes.
Yeah.
And do you find that, like, how often do you work? Like, just to give people an idea of being an entrepreneur, like, what does it take to be an entrepreneur and to get to this point where you own, this wonderful space, or rent this wonderful space, but, it's yours?
Coffee. Ariana drinks a lot of coffee.
I'm really with you.
I do. I drink a lot of coffee. We drink a lot of tea, basically anything with caffeine. If you ask my family, I'm pretty much on my phone all the time answering emails or sourcing things. Alicia's constantly, we're constantly talking to each other even when we're not here.
Yeah.
We're texting each other or calling each other, throwing different ideas around.
So it's a 24-hour, basically,
Yes.
You might
unless you're
have-
sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
You might
short
have your
term.
set hours,
Yes.
but there really is no
It goes
set
far beyond
hours.
that. Yeah, absolutely. So if I were wanting to know about what you do, what are your services?
Sure. So we do upholstery work. So couches, we did not do this couch. Our other couch that we had here sold. Actually, we had it here for about a week and a half.
Nice.
And out it went.
Is this another project coming, or?
We don't know yet. We haven't figured it out.
The color's pretty awesome. Though.
Yes.
So couches, chairs, outdoor cushions. We were talking earlier about perhaps branching out into drapery. We like to diversify headboards.
Yeah.
Well, and how I learned about you is through Instagram. You guys have a great Instagram profile.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell people what your Instagram handle is so they can check you out as they're watching?
So it's Pistolnik Designs, so Pistolnik Designs, and we try to post frequently if we can.
I love it
Thank
because
you.
I can see, like, so your summer furnish, for example. I own an older set, and I was thinking about just throwing it out. But ever since I saw that you recover and reupholster or design pillows, I'm going to be bringing it to you.
Thank you.
So it's a great way of just reviving life into your furniture, which I think is the best.
And it's your personality.
Yes, exactly.
You get to choose what you want.
And you can do a crazy color or crazy cushions and all that great stuff. So I'm not sure if the camera can get okay. But there's a bunch of fabric here. So you source your own fabric designers and designs. So how do you go about doing that? If someone comes in, they have a consultation, what do you do?
The first thing we try to do is figure out both the price point and their personality, because it can vary widely between person to person. Everybody has their own different styles. So there's some people that see stuff like this and they're like, oh, no, not for me. And some people want things to be very traditional. So we try to have a really wide range of fabric options for people, including just like plain textures, lots of funky patterns, leathers, things that really could suit anyone.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're so
And I can see there's like so many books on this little. Where did you get those bookshelves, by the way? Those are awesome.
IKEA.
They look amazing.
They just fit.
We
I love
needed
them.
something that was consistent with the space, and this was
They rock.
really
Go
great.
IKEA.
A good
You're
price
always
option.
getting out of a jam, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're working on the library. I mean, it's not as big as we'd like it to be, but
Yeah.
we're constantly trying to find it.
But that means that you know the fabrics that you offer really well.
Yeah.
So
We want to make sure that we like them, that we know that they're durable, and unique as well. So we have some more well-known in this area designers, designer fabrics, but also we want more unique fabrics
Right.
as well. Like these ones come from the UK.
They're
Sorry,
so
like my
amazing.
favorite.
yeah.
Abraham Moon and Sons.
It's
and
boiled
they're
wool, so it's
boiled wool.
renewable resource, really great
They're
material.
absolutely stunning.
They have
They're-
solids too.
Yeah, so they're really great traditional, but they also do some really funky patterns. They're really fun. They come in all sorts of colors, and I can't wait to do something.
So have you ever had someone just like recover, like for example, this footstool? I love it. But then have you ever had someone be like, I just want another color in it, or come back and do another crazy print?
I mean, we do have a few people that it seems to be like when we post stuff on Instagram,
Yeah.
they'll be like, okay, do you have more of that fabric?
Yeah.
Because we're going to do this, and it's
Gotcha.
okay.
Just like our leopard print chair.
Yeah, so we posted a leopard print chair, and we
That
had
is
to call
crazy.
the fabric company and say, please, 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 do you have more fabric in this? Because we have someone that wants it. So they were really great about finding us bits and pieces for us to do a dining room set. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, so why don't we take a little walk around the space, just because I think it is fantastic. And
Can I ask a question before you walk around?
Yeah.
One thing I've never asked you guys, anyway, I should maybe say. So, I'm here too. Hi. Is where did your name come from? For the longest time, I've always wanted to know, and
Yes,
I always
actually,
forget to
yes.
ask you guys.
So the name Pistolnik is more of an anglicized version of a Czech word, Pistolnik, and it means gunslinger, and it's because that's what we called my dog. So I had a little wiener dog, and his name was Pistol Pete, and that was sort of his nickname was Pistolnik. So we decided to name the business after my dog. But we just the name kind of stuck, and it was like, well, there's nobody that has this domain name, nobody that has this Instagram tag.
Really, that's so surprising.
So it is hard to pronounce and it's hard to spell, and we did not think of that part through, but
Hey,
we like it.
It's so different, and I think it just completely suits what you guys do.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah. Outside the box.
Yeah. Okay, we're in
So
the head
how many hours a day do you guys spend with these two wonderful machines? Oh,
With
You're good.
Layla, there has been many hours.
all right,
This
somebody has
was-
to get in the shot here. I'm by myself.
This was our first machine.
Okay.
that we
Did you say you
bought.
called her Layla?
We have
Oh,
names for them.
that's
I'm
great.
sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Because I'm going to yell at them. I didn't see any more.
Yeah, she's
Yes,
been yelled
exactly.
at quite a bit.
Yeah.
We got her from a gentleman that fixed her up.
She's very temperamental, so
I
we-
stay away from her now.
we purchased this one. Once we kind of got this space, we purchased a new one.
Love it.
I don't know what her name is.
We haven't picked out a name for her yet.
Oh, maybe that
I
can be an
think we're worried
Instagram
about
post.
So where do you buy something like this? Like, is it?
This
Where do you
is,
source them?
there's a gentleman in Guelph.
The sewing doctor.
The sewing
So
doctor.
he actually will come to us and fix the sewing machine so that we don't have to worry about bringing it to him. And
That's too cool.
He's
yeah,
wonderful.
he's wonderful. He even brought this to us, set it up for us.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love it. Has multiple speeds. She's
Wow.
great.
It's great for leather.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can't use a regular residential machine when you do it. So
Now, why can't you use a regular residential? So, like,
It's just
it
not.
doesn't have the dust to
go
Yeah, if you look underneath, they both have quite heavy-duty motors on them, and the needles are stronger too. So
okay. Facts
Just
I
don't
didn't
sew your
know.
fingers.
And then what is this amazing? Is this where
This
you?
is our cutting table.
Okay.
Ariana's husband made
yes,
it
it
for
was
us.
very nice to make us a custom cutting
It
table.
was awesome.
So we have lots of compartments to fit all of our clients' fabric underneath and keep it off the floor. We've got these two rolls back here so that we can take turns pulling out fabric and then rolling it back up. And we need
That's awesome.
a big space depending on what you're making.
Yeah. Or even not, just even measuring it out, right?
Right. So I mean, fabric has to be flat and perfectly level because we started out originally just cutting fabric on my living room floor.
And then you're always off or it moves.
Yeah. It was, and then your knees get sore because you're like hunched over on the floor. So
My mom used to recover sofas, and I remember her always trying to do it on her kitchen floor. And she was all like, she would be just like livid because it moved, or we walked on it or something.
Yeah,
and then she was cutting up.
Yep.
What are you doing?
yeah.
So I'm sure that you would feel the same. And then this area over here.
So these are our work tables. We've got something on the go right now. This is just a repair. So this is not a reupholstery job. We're just repairing the leg broke on
okay.
here. So we just have to put a new piece
Recreate.
back in, a new joint back in, and then I have to gently get the fabric back without wrecking
So
it.
do you find that most furniture that you purchase, like let's say HomeSense or whatnot, I mean, I've had pieces break on me. Is it worth it to actually get it replaced and fixed?
Depends on the piece. If you're in love with it,
Yeah.
then of course it
Yeah.
has that sentimental value.
And we don't charge a lot to do a repair like this because it's really not a ton of work on our end. It's more of just replacing this piece of fabric that was here.
Right.
If it's something like the inside broke here where we have to take off all of the fabric, then it's more of what are you willing to pay
Right.
for it? Because it is quite labor
Because it's
intensive.
starting from scratch.
Yeah,
Okay.
but where it's just right here on the leg, it's not a big fix.
So I also I have this thing where I absolutely love picking up garbage from the side of the road.
Oh,
we do too.
We do too.
Do you guys also have that?
There's
And
rules.
then recreate. Yeah, there are
Yeah,
rules.
there are rules.
It has to be somewhat redeemable.
Yeah.
There's
No-
rules with Aiden actually.
Yes.
They're not my rules.
So it can't have rained in the last couple of days.
Right? Yes.
We do a very thorough bed bug check.
Yes. Oh yes. I live
That
in
is
Toronto.
something that people don't think about. You have to do that.
No mattresses.
Yeah.
No mattresses.
And it has to
Absolutely.
really have a lot of redeemable potential to it.
Yes.
So
Exactly. Okay. You're with me.
Yeah.
And I had this thing where I love trunks, like those old school trunks. I have about 5 or 6, and the rule is now I cannot pick up another trunk off the side of the road because I actually haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
So I always thought to actually maybe make a pillow for those trunks and put it at our front door, but never happened.
Oh, that's a
So
good idea.
that is a good idea.
maybe.
Yeah. Put some lights on the
Little
bottom of
bed.
it.
Exactly. Right? How cute would that be? I know.
Sticky. Yeah.
So that's That's my rule for dumpster diving. And I used to live in Toronto, so the dump checks would be like intense.
People don't think about that, but it's very, very important.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a bit of noise, so I apologize.
First of all, like, so do you have like small customers or
this set I redid for sale, but it has turned into when my little people are here, this is where they keep themselves busy.
That is too cute.
So yeah, this was a roadside find, covered in duct tape. I did not dumpster dive; it was just curved. But this one, yeah, we decided to redo it. It's very popular, but I think it might have to stay here.
You're too emotionally attached now?
I'm looking for more pieces like this because they're really fun to do because kid furniture can be way more colorful.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, speaking of color, I am obsessed with these pillows. Look. Can I just?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is a print that I have wanted to put in Holly's office for forever, and she has refused.
She's over there. I can't see it. It's so late. That's better. Yeah, I don't do banana leaf, but she wants to wallpaper my entire wall in banana leaf.
Maybe a pillow is quickly, changed out. So
It could be.
that's the nice thing about toss cushions is that you can quickly swap things out and change it with the seasons or with Christmas. Sorry, the VIA attendant likes to talk.
We're the French lady.
Yeah, we're truly at a train station.
She's just an employee, doctor.
And so you were talking to me a little bit about these pillows. So what's kind of unique about these guys?
So we purchased the graphics from a designer in the UK. Her name is Sharon Turner, and we have the prints printed on eco canvas, as well as we fill them with an eco down a faux down alternative down that is made with polyester, so it is vegan. We're trying to make them as environmentally friendly as we can.
But they feel like down.
They have that nice plush squishiness to them. They'll retain a loftiness. They won't go really flat like a regular polyester pillow would. We have the invisible zippers on them so that you can change them out if you want to put the insert in something else.
And have I seen those for sale around town?
Yes. So we have
Where
them
else
for
do you have
sale at Got It Made, which is on Ontario Street. I don't know the address off the top of my head.
Beside Totally Spoked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beside Totally Spoke, they host a lot of different artisans. They have a few of our pillows. We will make some more before the open house because we're doing a contest where people share our open house event. We're going to let them pick out a pillow of their choice. So we're going to be doing the draw on Friday.
Yes.
That is too cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sharing.
Yeah. So the value of $75 is one of our pillows. So hopefully somebody local will win it that we don't have to ship it
And
somewhere.
we always talk about building branding in your business, and I find that these pillows, like all of the different animal prints, are your brand.
They're very
I think of
recognizable.
you when I see these pillows.
And we're obsessed with them.
Yeah.
So
Such a smart move because people can, grab and go pick them up, and they don't necessarily have to commit to a $1,200 sofa, but they can have you in their house. So that's pretty awesome.
Okay.
And, basically, we're just going to kind of zoom around quickly, and then we're going to wrap up. And I'm going to finish with another explanation of your open house because I really want people to come out and see this space. It's incredible.
thank you.
What time are you going to be open?
So this will be happening on Saturday for the open house, 10 to 4. We're not normally open on Saturdays. I mean, we're usually here, but it'll be from 10 to 4 that people can just come and go as they please, as well as next door at 101 Shakespeare Street. The girls at Freight House Pottery will also be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, amazing. And what are your hours normally in case I want to...
You
say you work 24 hours. Is it
You can
24
really
hours?
contact us anytime, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. But we're open here Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And we might also make an appointment with us, and we can come a later time if need be.
I mean, can people just walk in and say, "Hey, this is what's happening"?
Absolutely.
What we commented when we got here is that there's lots of great parking for big pieces
Yeah.
coming in and out.
Yeah.
And we have our large double doors.
Yeah,
We
I'm
can
just gonna
easily move.
quickly pop outside. You can finish up.
So, what has been your best moment so far as in home? For
me, it's that feeling that we can do it.
I think when we finally started moving pieces of furniture in here and had like our cutting table set up, and it was the reality of we finally have a location, we have a space.
We've done this.
We've done it, we've gotten this far.
We've had a lot of support from our family,
Yes.
our friends, especially our family.
Yeah, a lot of family members
amazing.
have picked up paintbrushes and helped us,
Yeah.
so, because
Which
I
is so nice.
Yeah.
did not want to go from the scaffolding and paint the ceiling, so, so that was really helpful because this place was a mess when we got it.
Look at that though, in less than a year, you've scaled your business huge.
Yeah, it's
Huge.
pretty impressive.
When you look back on it, it feels like forever ago, but it wasn't.
We came to you in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
When
were
I first
completely
met you, you were like,
clueless.
we're thinking about doing this, and now look at where you are.
But you look like you are so established and so creative that I think that you guys will have the ability to pivot your business when needed.
Yeah.
Because you have that creativity, you know what it takes to put that time in, but also think outside the box. Like their flooring, I'm obsessed with their flooring. I'm also obsessed with their Instagram. Like they don't know how much I stalk them on Instagram, but anyway, their floor often shows me pictures on Instagram, and I'm always like, "Is that plywood? Because it looks amazing." And it just, and you did this on a budget, you said.
We had a really tight budget, so it's not a retail space, it's a workspace, so it had to be something that could be easily damaged and
It's phenomenal.
replaced.
And it just flows with the kind of like the industrial vibe that you give, but it looks finished and done. So, thank you for having us. I am so excited. You don't know how excited I was to do this live. If you want to follow them on Instagram, what's your handle again?
It's Pistolnik Designs.
Pistolnik Designs. And do you have any other social media as well? Facebook?
Facebook. That's about it. We're not super computer literate.
Nope,
so.
that's okay. Having those two streams, that's all you need. Okay, so we're gonna sign off. Thank you for watching our Facebook Live, and thank you for having us.
Thank you so
you.
much.
It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.